Hey guys, it's Lokai again, coming at you with another short tutorial video. Today we will be taking on PQ47, or this is the side quest that Trunks gives you. This is the one that I believe sort of stumps people. People get to it, they get really frustrated. This is the one that you will get Ultra Spam fairly easily. You're taking on lots of Super Saiyans all at once. It's a bit of a pain. So let's go right over to here, and I'll show you that I am level 60 now. I suggest at the very least you are level 60. I believe when I originally did this, I actually waited till 70. It can be kind of rough before then, but I think I can handle level 60. We'll find out. So let's go right into my equipment. Again, I'm still just using the Elite suit. I'm not going to change much here. I'm going to keep using this Cecil. It worked out so well in the last video. I honestly wish I had discovered this Cecil sooner. Being able to basically generate stamina and use an evasive to escape when you're taking damage is just so good. This is one that I think a lot of people just kind of overlooked, not thinking about it and not realizing what it did. So I'll be using, of course, is You'll Never Beat an Android. Refer to my last video to see where you get that at. I may just put it in the annotations as well, just so people know. As for skills, I'm pretty much going with the same, almost the same things I had before. Perfect Shot and Death Beam. I took out Super Drain just because of the Z-Soul. It kind of takes care of my stamina regeneration. I don't think I'll need it. I took out Gravity Impact instead. Again, this will pretty much negate any attack in front of you. You get this from Cell. It's a super good ability. I use it on my main character, and it negates pretty much any attack from the front. And will, I believe it'll block most key attacks as well. It's a nice defensive ability. So other than that, we have Ultra Fighting Bomber. We're still using Death Ball. I did swap out my Evasive for Angry Shout. At this point in the game, you should have pretty much completed the game, have unlocked everything. If you haven't done the Bardock mission yet, then that's okay. This doesn't come from that though anyway, so it's not a big deal. Angry Shout, of course, will basically see an AoE around you. Does a little bit of damage. It won't do much because, you know, we're not a striker. But the big thing is it generates ki for all the damage you do. So my hope is that whenever we get nailed and we have to pop our evasive, that we will also do a little bit of damage, gain a little bit of ki, and be able to use our ultra back on them. So this is the plan. Of course, you can see my stats here. I've pumped my stamina up a whole heck of a lot. I have a lot of Ki Blast Super. Again, stamina is so important for a Ki Blaster when you don't have Super Saiyan, so this has worked out so far. I'm going to keep doing it. This is close to my main character's build. Should work pretty good. And for battle items, I've upgraded to the more useful items here. I debated throwing in a regen, but I don't know. I just like having the heal all the way instantly. I find it more useful. So we're going to jump into PQ47. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully everything goes okay, and we won't have too many issues. So let's get right into it. Alright, so here we are in the PQ47. Now, I did fail two or three times trying to get this footage. It is pretty difficult at this level. When you're fighting this first group of humans and Piccolo, they do like to spam their ordinary Ki Blast, which doesn't do a lot of damage, but it just kind of staggers you. And then, of course, Piccolo will come in and melee you. It's more annoying than it is difficult. If you can get a good Ultra Fighting Bomber off, like I did there, you'll kill Tien and Yamcha almost instantly. And of course, after a little bit, after Tien and Yamcha have died, I think it's maybe 30 seconds or so, probably less than that, Krillin and 18 come in. They're not too terribly difficult. Honestly, I think Piccolo is the toughest of the group. He has so much health and defense. He's just kind of hard to kill and keep him dead. So other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot that you have to watch for. I didn't see them using the Ultras or really, you know, big special moves. Piccolo has that explosive wave that he'll use. And I think 18 has Rolling Bullet. Nothing too terribly difficult. 18 can do quite a bit of damage if she gets a hold of you. Her melee is pretty high. Besides that, this fight, you know, it's almost over. I didn't have too terribly many issues here. I did restart at one point during one take just because the 3 humans kind of stagger locked me and knocked most of my health off. You do kind of want to finish this fight in the next fight without using a healing item, because you're going to need all your heals. I think I use all 4 of them. It is particularly long PQ. So next you'll be fighting Hercule, or Mr. Satan, Videl, and Boo. Typically what I do is just run in and melee Hercule, and then as soon as Boo shows up, I'll use my Ultra. It'll kill the 2 humans there, and you'll just have Boo left to deal with. And honestly, Boo isn't too terribly difficult. His evasive is a little bit annoying, but doesn't do too much damage. Again, I don't recall him doing too much, but this is more because I tend to just lock him down with my melee attacks, and I just burn him down pretty quick, as you'll see. The thing about Death Beam I really love is that you can use it right in the middle of. I just wasted my perfect my impact there. I don't even know why I used it there. Maybe I hit the wrong key. I don't remember. But as I was saying, Death Beam is great to use in the middle of a melee combo, just because you will be guaranteed 3 hits, and it does quite a bit of damage. I really like that move. And of course, Perfect Shot's pretty good. I still think Big Bang is a little better than Perfect Shot. So this is when things get difficult. Trunks, Chibi Trunks, or Kid Trunks, whatever you want to call him, and Vegeta come out. They both have the key explosion, I think it's called. It will negate your damage. They like to spam it. Of course, I did too much damage to Vegeta there at the beginning, so Future Trunks end up coming out too. But you'll see Angry Shout is pretty useful combined with that Z-Soul, so that worked out really well. I'm going to get rid of Kid Trunks here. My goal was to kill Vegeta first because he's actually the toughest of the group and the most annoying. But of course, Future Trunks just kept getting right into my Ultra path, and he'll go down first. Again, Future Trunks isn't too terribly difficult. Kid Trunks has an annoying evasive, which does quite a bit of damage. And Vegeta, of course, is Vegeta, so he tries to Final Flash me there, but I was too far away, so and joke's on him. So I got through these guys without too many issues. In my first couple of takes, I had issues with them just because, again, Trunks and Vegeta are really super aggressive fighters, so they can be a little bit difficult to deal with. I guess he got too far away and it unlocked on him, so I just kind of wasted that attack there. It should have went down after him, but it did not. And of course, Vegeta has a nasty habit of blocking a lot when he gets low on health. But now they're down, and we can move on to the next phase. And this is really the tough part of the fight. Be sure you have all of your stamina bars filled. Be sure you have maximum ki. What you're going to want to do in this next phase is focus fire Goten at the beginning. 2 things are going to happen. Either Goten is not going to approach you like he should, or he's going to spam his Ultra and you won't be able to get close to him. If that happens, just focus fire Goku instead. Honestly, I think what you should do here is focus fire Goku, and because you're using Ultra Fighting Bomber, at some point Goten is going to get too close and you're just going to kill him. One Ultra Fighting Bomber will, or it did for me at this level, did kill Goten. Be sure you dash right at the beginning like I did, because you will get destroyed if you don't. And once they get you with an Ultra, it can be very, very frustrating to get out of it, even with the ability to use your evasive. What you'll see here later, where I get caught in some Ultras, and there isn't a lot I can do, and I just kind of get chained by it. It is very frustrating, very difficult to stop it. But as I kind of explained in past videos, when it came to the Tien Shin Shan, I can't talk today. Tien's Z-Soul. I'm just going to leave that in. Tien's Z-Soul does make you immune to the Super Kamehameha. It will make this fight completely trivial. If you just want to get through it easily, go pick up Tien as a master, finish his training, and get his Z-Soul from the spar. And this fight will be completely made a joke. You won't have any issues with it. So, again, here's where you'll start seeing me. I start to struggle. I get hit by one, and then I immediately get hit by another one. I try to Angry Shout out of it, but I just immediately get hit by another one. I almost die here, and of course I'm going to get hit by yet another one. And I thought here I was going to do it again, and I somehow get the healing off, and I'm ready to try and get rid of Goku finally. Once Goku is down, the fight quickly will turn in your favor. It's not too hard from here on out. Don't forget, you do have to fight Super Saiyan 3 Goku after this. I almost forgot about that. I thought it was done, and I was not. As far as Gohan goes, he's not too difficult. His evasive it's not really annoying. It doesn't do any damage. He just kind of runs away, as you see there. It's a good evasive, but if you just want to get away from the enemy, I kind of tear him up pretty badly, pretty quickly. Again, once Goku and Goten are down, Gohan just pretty much, he's not too terribly difficult. I think that's the point. The AI itself isn't very good. It isn't very smart. So the way they kind of decided to make it harder was to just let them spam ultras endlessly. I don't know if it was the best choice, but I also don't want to see, it made easy. Because, you are fighting the Son Goku family. It should be, difficult. These are some of the most powerful fighters in the entire series. I'm glad that it was difficult. And, of course, I can only assume right there that attack has some invulnerability frames on the startup, because it didn't take any of my stamina down or anything. So I'm not sure how I survived that. I should have got knocked, or I don't think I would have got knocked out of it, but I would have lost most of my stamina. But I didn't, so, here comes Goku Super Saiyan 3. I have no healings left. I was a little worried at first, but I knew if I took it carefully and took my time, I should have been okay. And Goku lost most of his stamina there. If you listen close to the sounds, you'll notice I do knock Gohan out of his stamina. There's actually a sound for it. So they do indeed have stamina. They just have a lot of it. I think they regenerate it as you deal damage to them. Again, Super Fighting Bomber or Death Ball, they're both pretty potent. I still found myself using Ultra Fighting Bomber most of the time. Just because, you can miss with Death Ball, though. I think Death Ball has a pretty good hit ratio. I'm really liking it on this character. I hadn't used it before this character. Again, I get hit with the Kamehameha Wave. That definitely has some vulnerability frames attached to it. So that's a good thing about that. So there must be a few attacks that do. I know the Perfect Kamehameha Wave also has some vulnerability frames on it. But Goku doesn't really have anything too terribly bad to worry about when he's by himself. He has the Super Kamehameha Wave. If you're careful, he shouldn't hit you too many times. I think I lost maybe, a third of my health or so in total, because I was already hurt when I started the fight. So, yeah, it wasn't too bad. And of course, this fight gets even harder when you actually get to level 80 and you do the actual PQ, because I believe Vegito comes out along with Gotenks. If you do the condition, I think you have to beat it within 10 minutes. So there's that. But this fight is over, and I'm done. I managed to do it. It took me 3 tries. I was level 60. I was a little discouraged after the first 2 losses, because I lost really quickly when I got here. So there is some luck involved. But there you go. It can be done at level 60. It is hard, but not impossible. The setup I used here, I think it works extremely well. Combining the Android Z-Soul along with Angry Shout lets you generate ki and generate stamina super fast. Although, in retrospect, I think I should have kept Super Drain in my build, just being able to regenerate 3 stamina at any point in time. I'm also debating whether Rise to Action is better for the PvE, just because I don't have to worry about grabbing an enemy or, the AI being cheesy and just sidestepping it a lot, because you can just pop it whenever you want. You can also use your ki, to regenerate your stamina between levels, so that's something to consider. There it is. I have one more tutorial video I'm going to do. After that, I will probably be doing videos on, Z-Souls and skills that I think should be showcased that maybe haven't been, combos and that kind of thing. We'll see what I can come up with. So here you go. That's PQ47. If you liked it, like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. And as always, you guys have a nice day.
While we try to get our freedom, fighting deadly combat, now I'm gonna always be so wrong.